Good morning, fishy people. I'm Alan Norris from FishOn TV. It is Wednesday, the 16th of August, and I've just arrived at the King's Chamber for the draw of Qualifier 9 for the Feederking Southfield Reservoir. There are 2 qualifiers left. To qualify for the final, you've got to win your zone of 20. There are 3 zones of 20, some on the canal bank and all the rest on the east bank. Again, you've heard this before. Don't think it really matters too much where you get drawn. It's so unpredictable. The Moody Mistress, Meerkat Manor, Watterlick Reservoir. I've been Watterlick there more times than any other place ever. But this year, there's been quite a few fish coming out. All having said that, the bream that they were catching earlier, there's not too many of those big bream showing anymore. There's a lot of, they'll call them peckers down here, skin bobs, roach, and there's eels coming out. In fact, there's a local that I got talking to down there. He's been fishing it 30 years. He said if there's still eels coming out, there's no bream. Don't know. He's been fishing it 30 years, so who knows, folks, who knows, but they all count. If you're catching eels, they all count. So let me get to the King's Chamber, say hello to all the boys. Let's see where we get drawn. We'll get on the bank and see how we get on today. It's a sunny day today, it's a calm day today, not ideal for bream fishing. What I will say is I'm going to approach it a bit different today. I'm going to feed it a bit different today and see if that works, because everything else I try just doesn't seem to work. It's brilliant in practice when you go for a little practice session, empty it. Fish exactly the same in a big match and it don't work. It don't matter what size hook, line you put on, baits, how you feed it, compared to when you turn up for a pleasure day, it just doesn't work. So let's get there. Let's hope we're dropping a few fish wherever I get drawn. Let's enjoy the day. It's going to be a lovely day. It'll be suntan lotion on today, I think, by the look of it. But I don't know what it is with Southfield. I just love coming to Southfield Reservoir. Always a good crack on the bank. I thoroughly enjoy it, so I'm looking forward to this round. Let's see if we can get qualified this time. Fingers crossed. I'm not going to say for a good peg. Fingers crossed for an absolute boatload of fish smack in front of me. Get in. See you at the draw.
You're right now. Don't use that, right?
45.
45, what name is it?
Oh no. Peg 45. Got Rob Wotton to my right. And that peg there, just here. Don't know this guy's name to my left, and I'm sure I'll soon find out. As you can see, not ideal conditions. Look at that. So, two lines I've decided on, 42.60. That's it. You've seen the bait before. It's just ground bait, dead reds, some live maggots, some casters, some chopped worm. I've got some red worms. I've got some dendras, and I'm just going to be really patient today. I don't think I think they'll spook easy as anything, so I'm just going to chuck in and leave it. Wait for a bite. I don't see point in piling loads in. I'm going to do pre-bait it, obviously prime the lines, and then I'm just going to be really patient for the whole match and just see. Don't know, I haven't decided on how long. We'll just see what happens bite wise. I'll make my mind up how long I'm actually going to leave it in. So there we go, suntan cream on, and we'll see how we get on during the day. So we'll catch you guys during the match. Right, I haven't looked to see how far in we are, but I've two skimmers. Rob's got one about £1.5, a skimmer and a little roach. And this one feels like a better fish. I'm hoping it's a skimmer like Rob's. Not sure yet. On my 42 metre line, looks like Rob's fishing 45 to 47, not sure. It's hard to tell, he's just a bit in front of me for a short line. Hey? No, I don't think so. The big one there. And Trev's got a big bream. Yeah. Oh, there we go, folks. I think that's a tad smaller than Rob's, but it's all right. We'll take that. That'll do. There we go. We'll have them. Right. Let's get back in, folks. A guy up from me, Trev they call him. Two up from me. He thought he got an eel on. No, it's an eel, he's saying. It's a £4 plus bream he's just had. That's put a right spanner in the works, that, because there's been no bream showing. So well done, Trev, get in. Right, so we've 3 fish. How far in are we? We're an hour and 15 in, 3 fish. It's all right, because this is not ideal weather, folks, so it's absolutely ready. I've put my suntan cream on. Let Rob a bit. Him being ginger, they do burn, don't they? Got to look after them. So let's just hope we get 1 or 2 more, folks, eh? A couple of big slabs. They'll do nicely. Hopefully, this is another one about the same size. Might be a bit small, it don't feel quite as heavy. But a fish is a fish in here, obviously. Rob's just swinging a roach in. Starting to feel a bit heavier now, this. It's about the same size, maybe actually a little bit bigger, folks. Maybe a tad bigger. Come on the skin bobs. Get in. We don't mind them, folks, we don't mind them. Right, 1:15, we finish at 4. Is it 1:15? Yeah, 20:1, just leaving. And Trev's had another one. I think, it's hard to tell from it, about £2.5. And another skimmer. We think he's got about £8 to £9 at the minute, which is really good. Considering weather, I can't believe it. I thought £9 or £10. I thought it'd be £9 or £10 to be winning zone today with this weather. It's not perfect at all. I've just put a couple of feeder fulls at 60. Just top that up. I'm back on the 42 metre line. Just having a look. I think Rob's had another skimmer about £1 or so, £1.5. There's not a lot between me and Rob, but he's doing really well. That's your little update. I don't know the guy's name to my left. Oh, little tug there. That's probably a small fish. It's only a small one, this. Little skimmer. Millions of fry in front of us, millions. I'll tell you what is annoying, them cobwebs. Little spider on end and web around your neck and your eyes and here, there and everywhere. It's a song, innit, that? Little skimmer. Yes. We need them a damn sight bigger than that, folks, don't we? But they'll do. We'll keep putting them in the net. Oh, I wonder why I couldn't see it hook. It's caught in there. Oh, that's hooked perfect. That'll never come off. Right, let's get back in, folks. Clumsy. Just caught it in my net again. Bloody thing. Right, there we go. Right, there's an hour and 15 minutes left. We think Trev has got 10 or 11 pound. The guy to my left thinks he's about 5. I've got 7 fish, I don't know what they'll weigh. Could be 4 at a push. I think Rob's got about 6 maybe. But bites have been a premium for the last hour or so. I had a look long, I had one skimmer long. The problem we've been having, I don't know whether you can see, but my tip's right in the water. Because of the high pressure, your braid's coming to the top and it's putting a big bow and a big bend in your tip. So I've sunk my tip just to try and keep that line down. As soon as the sun goes in, some cloud and a bit of breeze, you're alright. But as soon as it's flat, calm and sun, you can see all this scum. You can see where your line is. Not a lot you can do, unfortunately. It's the pressure, high pressure. So back on this 42 metre line, I have just had a hit one to great bite. I think it'll have been a small one having a nibble. I'm just going to sink the line again because that is... It's just bending a bit too much. So yeah, back on the 42 metre line. Trev, like I say, he's caught his two biggest fish quite a bit shorter, but I've not had much on that line in previous matches, so I decided to go longer, 42 and 60. Let's see my line again. I say set off nicely, steady away, but bites just disappeared. Not seeing anybody catch anything at the minute. So it's not just me, folks, it's not just me. So we'll keep plodding on. I hope we have a bit of a late arrival, some nice bream coming. I might have to just put my sunglasses on now because that sun has just gone right over my tip. Right, over and out. Well, it's eventually gone round. Just in front of where I've been putting all my bait. And beforehand I had a big liner. I think there's some bigger fish out there somewhere, so I'm hoping something might turn up. I don't often get liners on here. Oh, shot off. My landing net pole is red hot. Absolutely red hot. It'll burn in my hands, that. Can't get this bloody hook out. That will never coming off. And they've all been hooked beautifully, so everything must be sat right. So we'll give that one another go. A couple of wriggly maggots. Oh yeah, bloody thing. I took my gigs off. I can't bloody see properly with them on. I'll have another wriggly. We'll see if we can get another. So that's 8 fishes. There's about an hour, well, just short of an hour to go. Let's hope there's some bigger ones waiting out there, because definitely a liner off a bigger fish, that. Just short, folks, just short. Where I got my last one? Probably a metre or two, it's not far off my clip. I got that one just short. Let's see if we can get another one. Gig's back on so I can see me tip. There we go. Already sunk into the reservoir. It's not easy trying to judge it to not hit your clip, but the liner suggests them fish are a little bit closer. So if I don't have anything on this one, the bait I've put out there all day, I'll go back onto my clip. I just thought I'd have a look short. And I said it were a proper liner, straight round and flick. Some people might have even struck at it. Out timer. It's either 8 or 9 fish. I think I might have missed one, but I'm not sure. So there we go, folks. Let's have a look how long was left. It's an absolutely scorcho day. There is 48 minutes left according to my phone. It'd be nice for that tip to go around and have 3-4 pounders. Even though there's hardly any bream being showing off for the last month or two. Right, There we go. Well, hoping it might go around while you're on, but obviously not. No more liners. I had a liner again. I've gone, like I say, I've gone short. It's definitely a better fish. It's not a big bream or anything, but I think there's bigger ones out there as well, I'm sure. Because I've never had liners here before, and I've had 2 today. Only in the last 10 minutes. The tip's not moved all, well, for the last couple of hours really. Let's see if we can get this in. This feels like a better skimmer. There we go. And I'm sure there's bigger out there than this. That has really taken it as well. Good grief, can't even see it hook. Ah, good grief. That tells me they're having a feed. Right, let's get back in, folks. I looked into another one. Trev's had a couple of £1 skimmers. I think he's won it as Trev. He's got to have £12. Little skimmer this. Probably last fish of the day, probably last cast of the day. It's got to be time soon. Oh, that's just bumped off. You bloody thing. Right then, folks, we'll chuck this one back in. Hey, bumped him off. Never mind. Wowzers, that was a toasty one. Very warm. Good grief, Penfold. Very, very warm indeed. Flat calm, not ideal. Braid floating, everybody's had that problem. Peg 45. I fancied it for a few fish, and I've had a few fish. Got Rob Wotton to my right. He's half decent. I've got Roger to my left, don't know his surname, Roger, sorry, and Trev Parkin. Trev Parkin's fished an absolute blinder. He's caught them at 18 metres. I would have never thought in a million years in these conditions you'd have got him. He's had his £4 bream and maybe I think he's had a 2.5er. And then towards the end he's had some decent skimmers as well. All short, nearly all his fish short. I can't believe it, that's unbelievable. Well done, Trev. He's weighed in £11.5. Rob thought he'd got £8. But when he told me he'd had a skimmer, a couple of skimmers at about £1, I'm thinking they're more than £1. And the war, he's had £11 too. So we think he's probably come third in the match. If not, he's definitely won his section. So well done, Rob. He's fished a nice tidy. He's fished at 50 metres, and I'm guessing the other line it looks at about 30, something like that. He's definitely been more patient today than when I read his write-up last time, so he's done the biz today, just missing out. He's got to come back for qualifier 10. How have I gone on? 42 metres was one line and 60 metres the other. It was almost impossible to fish 60 with the braid doing what it was doing, which I did have a fish on it, but the tip was bent. It was just a nightmare. So I've pretty much fished one line all day. I've come a little bit shorter when I've had 2 liners today, which I've never done on here before. Come a bit short, I've had a couple of skimmers. I think there was some bigger fish there as well, but I never hooked into one. So I've ended up with 10 fish for £5.12. Roger to my left had £4 something. Rob had £11. Trev, the next peg downs, won the zone with £11.5. So Trev, you are our zone's mightiest fisherman. Well done, son. So one more go for me. Qualifier 10. I'm at the UK Champs tomorrow with Woody. Oh, baits today. Red worm, 2 bits of red worm, and live maggots was the best baits today. Swapping and changing, those were the 2 where I seem to get most bites from. So there you go, just a bit of info for you. Picking your lines. I couldn't tell you which lines are the best. Today 18 metres was in our zone, and then another kid said he's had all his bites at 60 metres, but he had the problem that we were having. So I really do think it's a case of pick your lines, make sure all your terminal, the end bit is all as it should be, accurate casting. Then it's down to how much do you feed. That's personal choice. Heavy feeding some days might work, hardly any feed other days might work. So it's just a case of pick your lines, keep it tidy, keep accurate, and just hope you get it right on the day. That's all you can do. You can only do your best. Right, there you go folks, hope you've enjoyed that. Southfield Reservoir, always love coming here. I know some of you think, oh, I couldn't go there, there's not enough fish. I don't know what it is, it's a magnet. I do enjoy coming here, I really do enjoy it. It's a good crack with the lads, nice set of lads, well organised by Andy Rent and Mick Axon. John Hopes takes some fantastic pictures. Thank you very much for the chocolate eclair, he called it something else now. Exotique or something, but it was bloody lovely. It was gone in 3 bites. Nectar. Cheers, John. Right, okay folks, so we'll see you at Barson Lakes for the 4th round of the UK Champs tomorrow. And after that, oh, I've got another Feeder Masters here at Southfield on Sunday, so loads to go at yet, loads. Right, so there you go. Don't forget folks, it's absolutely free to subscribe to this channel. If you click that notification bell, you'll get all our videos as we upload them, and a thumbs up. Come on, monkey. Yeah. Come on, little monkey. Tell me the tea bag. Would be very, very nice. So until next time folks, take care, and we shall see you on the bank at Barson Lakes. And don't forget, fish on.